If you are a business owner in any capacity, I want you to realize that if you are not thinking about how to expand your business, you are probably going to fail. And I say this in the most sincere way that in a lot of ways, our personal life and us as human beings are businesses. Why do I say this? We need money to survive. We need people around us to feel healthy and comfortable. But we also need a sense of progress in order to feel like our days are actually valuable. So, how do I go out of my way to make sure that I am getting the skills and at least the mindset to expand who I am as an individual? I am constantly studying. By the way, my name is Turab. I'm a dentist here at Franklin.DentalCare and Dentures. I own 2 other companies, and my mission in life is to help you actualize your potential. So I'm mixing and matching a little bit of the dental stuff with Turabify Network. If you're interested, go and check out Turabify on YouTube. I talk a lot about personal development in general. So how do I make it so that I constantly stay inspired? I'm always reading something. And I'm not saying read anything. I'm not saying go and pick up a magazine and chuck through it. I'm saying go and pick up substantial books on things that you actually want to learn in this life. The reason being, it inspires us. It gives us ideas. So I'm going to steal this directly from Alex Hormozi, who says there are 2 types of knowledges that we are trying to acquire when we pay for a course or when we spend our time, which is also paying, on educating ourselves. One of them is a knowledge of more, a knowledge of the things that we don't know. Those things help inspire us. They help move us towards a larger direction in life. They help convince us of the important little things that we need to be doing. The other thing is a procedural knowledge, the ability to actually do a specific task, like do your taxes, or to wake up in a specific time and do step-by-step habit stacking, or to fix an engine, or to create an advertisement, or to create social media accounts, or to create social media in general. Any of that stuff is procedural knowledge. You need to have the step-by-step and the execution skills to actually be able to do it. So when it comes to driving your businesses forward, we have to have a vision of where we're trying to go. Otherwise, we're driving it to nothing. Now, most of the time, the greatest vision that you can create for yourself is creating more money in your life, creating more wealth, creating more power. I think a lot of the roadblocks to this in particular are a fear of power, or a fear of trying to become the best version of ourselves, either because we assume that we're a bad person and that we don't want the power innately, or because we are not responsible enough to handle the power. Now, that comes down to a discipline in life, really. It's just like, dude, can I do this thing? We have to believe that we can do it before we start doing it, okay? Otherwise, we're not gonna end up going through the tedium, the difficulty of actually accruing the skills, getting all the shit together to be like, okay, yes, now I can successfully do this thing. So action and intention are very, very important. They work in tandem, okay? Why do I consider myself a business? Why is that so important to me? Because when your work life, the person you are at work, is balanced and actually in association, direct association with the person that you are at home, you'll feel a lot more satisfaction in life. And so the difficulty is trying to pull away a little bit from home and to push a little bit more into your work life. The other thing that I'll leave you with, which is super, super important to me, is a lot of people are like, hey, I'm stagnating in my life. A lot of people are like, I'm stagnating in my business. I'm stagnating in this. And I say to them, okay, well, how hard are you working on yourself? If you are the product of the things that you do and the philosophies that you have, what are you taking in to increase your philosophies, to make them more useful to you? What are you taking in to make sure that your habits, your ability to execute is getting better? If those 2 things don't exist in your life, I would strongly encourage, first of all, hopping on Terabify, checking out some of the videos, and second of all, investing in yourself, buying a book, buying a course, putting yourself in situations where you have to network with people that might know more than you. I remember in college and in high school, I spent a lot of time thinking to myself, you know, if I could just get one person to explain this thing to me one time, I would probably understand it. And to a degree, that is still correct. People tend to be an incredibly valuable resource to us when we're trying to move forward. Because ideally, we're getting advice from someone that is where we want to be. If they're not where you want to be, don't take advice from them. If they're not where you want to be, don't take advice from them. It's a hard pill to swallow, but that means your parents, your siblings, that means uncles and aunts that you respect. Otherwise, perhaps are not the people to be getting advice from. So why do we go out of our way to invest in these situations, these opportunities? It's for the first type of knowledge. The first type of knowledge being a knowledge of things that exist that will expand our horizons. When we know something, when we know that red is red, when we know that there's no ceiling on the sky, when we know that the world is round, anything that breaks our conception of how we have processed the world so far will help us grow as human beings. So I encourage you, go and look for those new things. Go and try to understand those new paradigms, because it's going to inspire you consistently, and it's going to show you that there's places to go. I think a lot of people assume that wherever they are in life is where to be. Sure, if you don't expect to accomplish very much, if you don't expect to actually enjoy the living experience. There was something really interesting I came across. You only live once. People only use that in order to not work on themselves. The funny thing is that a part of what makes living enjoyable is working on ourselves. Hopefully this message finds you very honestly, and hopefully you are safe and sound. My name is Dr. Tarab Rai from Franklin.DentalCare and Dentures. I'm here and I'm hoping to inspire you to become the best possible version of yourself. In the link below, hopefully there is a video. How we doing?
All right, how you doing?
Good. Happy, where are we at? Thursday? Happy Thursday. There's a channel, YouTube, Terabify. Go check it out. It shall inspire you. Go subscribe, like, do the things you need to do to expand your horizons, my friend. Actualize your potential catalyst. This world needs you. Take care of yourself.